Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Mary Jane, issue number 1. This is a pretty good book. I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why I think that's the case after we talk about who made this story. Okay, by the way, the title page is actually here. it's on this poster. Like, that's just hysterical. Anyway, let's get talk about this. Leah Williams is the writer, Carlos Gomez on art, Carlos Lopez doing the color art, VC's Joe Caramagna on letters, Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado on cover art. Gomez and Tara Bonvillain do a variant cover. I'm not doing all the variant covers. There's a whole bunch of variant covers out there, including a Stanley Archer and Lau book. Anyway, so, yeah, I didn't even see that one. Shoot, I missed it. Damn it. Anyway, so there's an Archer and Lau book out there. So this was a pretty good book. Let me tell you about number 1 on this list, and that is it segued perfectly. This comes off of the Amazing Spider-Man series that's going on right now, Nick Spencer, and there was a bunch of really cool reasons why she would be out in LA right now doing this, well, this movie. For us, it's just this comic book. Why there's going to be an Amazing Mary Jane comic book in the first place. I like the idea that it segued off like that. I would love to know the story as to who made this decision. Like, did Nick just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to make it so that somebody could go ahead and do a book about this. Marvel, what do you want to do? Or did Marvel approach him and say, hey, you know what? So-and-so and so, bang, da bang, da bang. Or did Leah Williams say, I've got this really great idea for a story. Hey, do you guys think you can make this happen? I don't know how this happened, but I would love to know how that happened because this was really good. Let's talk about number 2 on this list, and that is the plot explanation. Dude, yes, there should absolutely be a plot. In fact, there should be the synopsis of what's happened so far, and it should happen on the first page with the title, like who made the book and everything like that. I'm really hoping they do that on the first page, starting with issue 2 onward. But for now, this was okay, but go back to that. But in the meantime, even the plot explanation, I think, should literally just be go back and buy and read issue number 1. No, seriously, you can even write Jackass at the end of it, because this first issue explained what happened in the recent Spider-Man books, gave you enough to say, you know what, I kind of want to go back and read those Spider-Man books, which an editor or somebody should have said, it happened in this issue here, all of this stuff. Yes, some of that should have happened, but what it was explained here is enough that if you're not going to go back and read those Spider-Man books, you're fine. You can read this and you're good with whatever else is about to happen in this run. And I kind of hope it goes on for a while. I hope they find a reason to keep Mary Jane in her own book because, wow. Can she also come up here to Toronto and do like this is where a lot of movies are being shot nowadays anyway because it's a whole lot cheaper, right? That crazy Hollywood taxes. Anyway, let's talk about number 3 on this list, and that is the book is surprisingly realistic. Like, I get it. There's giant holograms of Mysterio trying to attack a little scale model of a freaking park, circus park and stuff like that. I mean, like, it's really out there. But the purpose for her being out there, what's going on, Mysterio's explanation for Quentin Beck's explanation for why he's doing what he's doing, it's surprisingly good. Like this is a character who, for the most part, is a joke. Nobody takes Mysterio seriously. The most serious Mysterio has ever been written is in the Spider-Man Far From Home movie. I mean, come on, right? He's not one of those characters that people look at and go, holy crap, Mysterio's coming. Spider-Man's in trouble now. It's like, no, this is going to be a good comic book because he's going to do something stupid and get himself caught, and Spider-Man's going to make really good jokes about the fishbowl helmet. That is who Mysterio is. I love Mysterio, but not because he's a serious character. Somehow I can kind of start to take him serious in this book, and I still enjoy it. Nah, that was completely unexpected. Let's talk about number 4 on this list. Penguin Jaws? Really? I'm not going to get into that. No. You need to go back and read this issue and understand where the Penguin Jaws comes into play. Because I laughed. Anyway, it's also a pretty good explanation for why this guy isn't there anymore. And number 5 on this book is, you can't tell, this was really fun. I did not expect this to be fun. I literally looked at this as, yeah, it's a cute little book, Mary Jane, blah, 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 who cares, right? No, I actually care. I'm going to pull box this comic book because this was pretty good. Leah Williams is one of those writers who I'm not overly familiar with. I know I've read a couple of her things. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a near miss, which should actually be called a near hit. But anyway, I rather enjoy her work. This might actually be a calling. because this was really fun. There are a lot of times when I'm watching one of my old 80s movies or any movie with my wife, and I'm just like, you see that chick there, she was just wrong, man. She was just wrong. She screwed everything up for the main hero, who coincidentally is a guy. And she's like, actually, the only thing wrong is the way that she was written. Women don't actually act like that, and any women who do act like that usually don't get very far. Like, oh yeah, huh, this was written by a guy, wasn't it? It's a funny thing. You know what I'm saying? But you look at this, and when Quentin is talking about certain things like, oh, we're going to do this and this and this, and the whole purpose, when she says, what's my motivation? Why? What is the character here for? At first, I was just like, oh, God, the old what's my motivation line. But no, instead, when he goes and explains, well, she's really just here to boost the hero. Well, then well, you could just have anybody. You could have a child sidekick to do that. How about you actually have, and this is where, people suddenly have problems with, oh, the strong feminine lead, oh my God, in a movie like Captain Marvel, oh my God, why does she have to act exactly like every single guy in a superhero movie for the most part? Yeah, I could call that a good question, but that would just be some New Jersey sarcasm for you, baby. Anyway, I really liked this, and I loved the explanation in here. And it wasn't an in-your-face thing. Literally, I wouldn't have even thought about how this was preachy in any way if my wife didn't already explain to me why, yeah, some of the females in movies just aren't good. No, this was really great. Really great. And it does tell you a lot of what's wrong with movies and why so many incel type groups, the good ones and the suck ones, why they actually have problems with women, because they watch movies that propagate this stupid myth. There should be more comic books like this. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.